Hello everybody, welcome to episode 17 of the Joel Homie Show series, Autistic Tuesday. Hey, you there! I want to remind everybody that if you end up liking this video, please consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. And right now, YouTube says that over 90% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it would really help. And with that, hello everybody, I'm Joel Homie, your guys' host for episode 17 of the Joel Homie Show series, Autistic Tuesday, where today I'm going to be drawing another character from the animated series made by Vivziepop called Hazbin Hotel here on YouTube. So today's character is, of course, going to be none other than the absolutely amazing character going by the name of Husker. So today's video is going to be much like the same of the recent 2 episodes that I've done, where I take a couple different photos and I try to add my own sort of mix into them, as well as mixing different photos to get a sort of a drawing that's actually mine, rather than just taking one off the internet and sort of just pasting it down onto paper. Great, so enough of me talking and rambling, let's go ahead and get into a time lapse and see how Husker turns out in the end. And with that, here is my interpretation of Husker from Hazbin Hotel. So this is one that I really did end up enjoying, as Husker is actually one of my favorite characters, right up there next to Alistair. So as you can see, as I said at the beginning of the video, I ended up using 2 different photos for reference photos, and then as I said, it added quite a bit of my own mix into the thing, with actually having to play around with the facial expression quite a bit, because I used a photo for the initial pose to get all of like the wing detailing or whatever you want to call them down, and then well, just the rest of the torso and everything. And then for the facial expression, I actually played around a bit and actually sort of messed around with the eyebrows and the actual facial expression quite a bit on my own, which I did have a sort of a reference photo for this, but as you can see, it ended up actually being a little bit smaller than the actual sort of proportions of his actual body, which is not very visible now that it's finished. It sort of blends in, but through the process of me actually drawing it, his face actually looks quite small for his actual body. But as I said, now that it's complete, it kind of just blends in. But I did have a reference photo, but had to sort of reposition it a little bit because of the way that I drew him with a different photo for the pose. So I had to end up sort of drawing his face from a reference photo, but sort of like as if I actually moved it around in my head, and then stuck it down on paper afterward in a different position so that it wasn't all morphed in the pose of his his head is actually facing. But with all that being said, I really like how this one came out. As I said, Husker is one of my favorite characters, right up there next to Alistair. But with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video,